And welcome to another episode of Papi, J, and Wize and Jefe. I am your boy Wize,
and I'm Papi J.
And we're live on the this will be airing on the BS3 network at every Friday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's just get right into it. So I sent you a clip, I think it was earlier today. And I felt like this is a topic that we needed to touch on. I think we might have touched on it before, but no, I think the topic we touched on before was it worth men getting married at this day and age? And the video I sent you was that a lot of Western men are looking for wives outside of the USA. And the reason the guy explained it made a lot of sense. What do you so basically what he was saying was women here are all about their independent women, right? But yet they want men to be traditional men. They want to be modern women, but they want their men to be traditional, meaning that he has to be provider, everything. He has to do everything. But yet they don't have to be traditional women. They don't have to be traditional wives, which entails cooking, cleaning, making sure your man is taken care of. What's your take on that?
My take was that they haters.
Who's haters?
The nigga was hating because they coming out there and taking their women. I understand what he said. I understand his view.
He wasn't complaining. He wasn't complaining because
but I'm just saying,
he just noticed that a lot of he lives he's lived in Dubai for the last 13 years.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's like dry snitching.
And he's noticing that a lot of Western male are marrying women from the Philippines, from Thailand, from Ukraine, from Russia, from Asia. And the difference between them, those women, and the women here in the United States, he felt that those women are more traditional women.
Listen, this is what all these men is basically saying with everything that they doing, all the rights that women got to fight for and everything. They don't want them talking. They don't want them out there just opening their mouth. That's what men is. That's why the guy out there realized that a lot of Western men go out to these other places and marry abroad.
Marry abroad or a broad? Like abroad?
Abroad, like abroad.
Abroad, okay.
Abroad. not abroad.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. That's like, it's like.
But do you see any merit in what he was saying? Like, do you see, I kind of
I think at the end of the day, it's not about the money, man. People are not understanding. Men, there's a lot of men that just don't want to don't want that equal shit. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Listen, I'm keeping it a buck. There's a lot of men that don't believe in that equal shit, man.
But it's one thing to be equal. Listen, it's one thing to be equal, right? But it's
No,
another
like,
thing. It's another thing when you expect your man to be a traditional man, work hard, supply, provide for his family, do this, do that, right? But yet you aren't a traditional woman. You don't cook.
listen,
You
at the end
don't
of the
clean.
day, everybody's their own business. And your overhead starts getting heavy, you gotta shut business down if you can't afford. Like, your overhead is crazy, insane. You ain't receiving nothing, but your expenses is going up because as time goes, the glamour goes, and everybody's keeping up with the glamour, and they losing themselves. Dudes don't want to have that kind of bill. But this is
So,
what it is. This is, look, this the reality, because everybody got a price. What kind of man they willing to? So if I know that the females,
but it's just crazy. But to me, it's just crazy that these modern women, right, want it all. They want it all, but yet aren't bringing anything to the table.
all right, and
What are
this
you
is what I'm
bringing to the
saying.
table?
Your overhead, when you ain't making what you
And
spending.
you can't just say just your body and your looks, because hey, that's only gonna get you, but it's so far.
Listen, reality is reality. If I know that, let's put them on levels. I want a chick that's on a level, whatever level, man. But the chick on that level is saying that she only dating a dude that's bringing home 7 figures or 6 figures.
And what's she bringing home?
Despite that, just think, I'm about to paint
I'm
the
asking.
picture.
That's my
So
question: is what's
now
she bringing
I
home?
got I got this tier that's saying 7 figures. So let's put that as tier 3. You're only getting 3 tiers. So tier 3 is saying 7 figures. Tier 2 is saying you gotta at least have like 500,000 a year, some crazy shit like that. And tier 1 is like 250. Dude, there's not a lot of guys that's gonna meet that criteria
Yeah,
on any level, on any tier. 250 a year.
yeah.
So I go abroad and I gotta spend 250. And you can't be mad at me. It sounds like shopping to me. I just broke down all the tiers, but been said out of many women's mouth. I'm
But
not saying all.
again,
I'm not saying
again,
all.
it's different. It's different because a lot of these women that they do are marrying again have traditional values. So what is it about being a Western woman that you can't be independent but still have traditional values?
Cause being independent, it's like a full-time job. Not and they realize that. That's what it is, man. When you want to be all just me, a nigga ain't paying that, nigga ain't, I mean, nigga. There you go. Now it gets expensive to keep up with whatever persona, whatever mask you wearing. This go for men too. This is not a sex thing. It's just it gets expensive, yo. When you don't know how to do nothing, but then you got an image you got to keep maintain. That image may be very pricey. These days it is kind of pricey because everybody's on TikTok or something, putting a lot of money into these things that they doing on there. So, so if the investment, so I'm just saying, like, that's how I look at it. It's just insane, but he was right, and it's been like that though. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people in the world, man. People gotta
Yeah.
stop being naive. Like, nah, everybody is not with this shit. And that is it. That's people that's not with the shit gotta start speaking up. Like, yo, like, and nah, we got a group call. We not with the shits. Just leave us out of it. Nobody be for real, man. Everybody got a voice, man. We gotta have a voice too. Like, man, I ain't with that shit. I ain't against it. The Drake
So
on the
are
album.
men
I
wrong?
ain't with
Are
it.
men wrong for doing that? though? Are they wrong for
I
knowing
don't
what they
see any.
want?
Listen,
For
everybody has a
are they
choice.
wrong for wanting a traditional wife?
Listen, I don't know what a traditional wife is. They lied to us as children, so everything is a blur to me now. I don't know what nothing is traditional. I'm being serious with you too. For 1 minute, this is me, Papi J, to holding all accountability for what comes out of my mouth. I'm saying that I honestly, you're just not gonna tear down certain things and stop teaching certain things and then expect me to believe anything. So now I live on an earth where a lot of people lie for a lot of money. And that is a fact. Other than that, listen, you got to survive. And people got to realize that. I'm not looking for nobody to help. I'm not waiting for nobody to help. I'm not waiting for nobody to come and save the community or fix the community. I'm not waiting for none of that shit. I know what the move is. It's not really that hard, but you got to be ready to do it.
So would you date a woman abroad?
No, because I don't got time to educate them on how I talk and all this shit. I don't want none of that. This is all work that I don't need to have take on. I could do. Listen, I don't need to go, and I'm not looking for that anyway. Like on some real shit, the way I'm trying to go, I don't need that right now. I don't need all the extra things I gotta pay attention to that's not really important at the time when your goal is, when my goal is, we ain't gonna start, I ain't gonna commit to somebody else's goal now. I don't believe in that 50-50 shit no more. And it's not my fault. Everybody gonna say, oh, it's the type of people. No, I've dated all types. And trust me, it's everybody. I mean, no, it's not for me right now. I spent a lot of time in prison, man. I ain't got time to be giving nobody else no. I ain't getting locked down. Gotta lose friends. Can't do shit. Like for what? I'm still trying to chase my dream, and it includes doing shit. So and if you can't accept that, then what are we playing for? There's no time. I ain't wrong, and you ain't right. We not meant to be, and I accept that now. And I never was one of them dudes that was. I mean, I didn't care if my girl went out. I care if my girl go out with whoever, whatever. That's it. That's just how I was. I ain't built like that. I'm not. My connection thing was a little different.
But that it's just is.
I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. Cause shit, it's like saying, do you see something wrong with a white girl with a black guy or a black guy with a white girl? It's like, dude,
Oh,
you love
sisters hate that.
huh?
Sisters hate that.
No, huh?
Sisters hate that.
All right. So I'm just saying, what's the difference? Everybody's a hater.
They hate that. They hate to see a
Listen,
brother. They
everybody's
hate to
a
see a brother
hater,
with a
man.
white woman.
If I'm not as insecure about no dude I stand next to.
It's
I'm
just
not a hater. These
they just
girls are
feel.
haters for saying that. Like anybody that blur anything about
Well,
somebody else in
do they
reference.
not? Do they not wonder why black men are dating
Listen,
out of their race more?
there's no need to explain no more. You know why? Because we're not compatible. That's it. Because if we was compatible, I
So,
wouldn't be
so
dating no Asian.
black men and black women are not compatible. That's what you're saying.
No, the people that's these are people are interacting without no type of real discussion. I've done sat there and explained mad ways about myself to a female, being open and honest and all that shit in the beginning. And that shit don't resonate. That shit, they remix that shit. So you over there in a situation, you can't and you now you obligated to make this person happy. That's what they tell you. And you ain't happy. And if you break up, it ain't because of an Asian chick. It ain't because of a white girl. It's because we wasn't working, and that so happened I crossed somewhere, and this is who I met. It can't be that. It's always some hate. It's a hater. Everybody's gonna be called for haters because everybody say they don't hate. They be lying out their fucking teeth, man. I'm tired of these liars. We gotta tell everybody the truth. And that man ain't wrong, but it's clickbait. So it was cool. But
It
at the
wasn't
same time, he's not wrong.
necessarily. It wasn't
He's
necessarily. He
not
didn't say
wrong.
anything wrong. He didn't. He
No,
didn't
I'm not
bash
saying,
women.
but it's just the topic. You know what I'm saying? People just he did it smart. He just said Western women. So it kept it out no race and it kept no nothing. See, so that was a smart, it was clickbaity. Because that's what I'm saying. But he was telling the truth. It could be truth and clickbait. I mean,
Yeah.
it's truth. So I'm not saying he ain't wrong. He shouldn't be crucified. Nobody should be upset because he said that. They said
I,
mad worse.
I agreed with everything he said, and 100%.
I agree too. But that's what I'm saying. People just
I
even the
understood where
men.
he was coming from.
No, but even the men don't know what they want. So if the men figured it out, then they wouldn't.
But,
They wouldn't even like we all
but
accountable
the
for it.
point, but the point he did make was these were professional men.
Yeah, but we all
These
accountable.
weren't average men. These were professional men making them six figures,
But what's
making them.
average? This is what I'm saying. We got to remix everything. What's average? You consider yourself professional or average?
What?
I'm
I
asking you a
consider myself.
question.
You can't. I don't. What do I consider myself?
Yeah,
I
professional
consider
athlete.
myself a superstar.
All right, so then I don't know what average is. I don't even know what
I'm just
professional is.
saying.
At one time, I thought professional meant you had to have a college degree and you were supposed to wear a suit. That's what I thought professional was. But
Yeah,
now I understand is mentally. I'm a
yeah.
professional.
I'm a professional
So I don't know
podcaster.
what average is. So everybody's gotta
I'm definitely not an
everybody
average
gotta be held
podcaster.
accountable. Everybody gotta be held accountable. These men is bugging too. But
All right.
but that dude wasn't wrong, man. It was funny though. it
It was. It was.
was funny. So that's what I'm saying. He did good. I give him credit because that shit was I would have clicked on it too. Like, I'm glad you shared that. I was like, oh shit, let me see this.
Yeah. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's going to be a topic on the show. We can discuss that definitely.
I mean, relationship, I told you, man, contracts. I mean, this is what I'm saying. This will avoid all that. Nobody would be having to say somebody's taking somebody. Everybody wants what they want. And now these days with Instagram and everybody showing they stuff for nothing before they decide to charge for it, the same shit they were showing 2 years ago in a different beta suit. Listen, I don't got time for the smoke and mirrors.
That's one thing I'm realizing as far as Instagram and TikTok and all this. Like,
Son, what is love, nigga? This is I thought about Tina Turner so much, man. What love got to do with it these days?
I don't know.
Really? Just think about the landscape. Think of let's all people be honest. Think about the landscape. What do love have to do with it? It's a bag. It's been clear in many different fashions. People don't have to say it. You just look how they walk and how they talk. And this ain't got nothing to do with no race. This is all people that I walks among. And I'm telling you, it's what did love got to do with it if it ain't old? Like I said, if it ain't predated, that's gonna be like y'all gonna be like examples to the future kids. Like, look, two people that loved each other. It's gonna be statues of how many people who actually loved each other that stuck together from wherever they started and how they trooped it out together. I'm not saying there is no love. I'm just saying it's very blurry these days.
Mm.
Very blurry. From just if I was a real TikTok person and not in the streets, and it was just TikTok, Facebook,
But okay,
Instagram.
so what I'm realizing, right, is a lot of women on TikTok and Instagram find it necessary to flaunt their bodies, to really like be shaking their tits and shaking their ass, and it's like, how do you expect any man, at least a man that knows what he wants, how do you expect him to have any respect for you if that's what you're showing?
Ah, this is where I gotta defend the women, man. I got to, man. Listen, I've listened. It's all security, man. If you, dude, I think about this all the time. I got mad tats on my arm, and I wear long sleeves. That ain't why I got these tats, dude. It was to flaunt this. In a relationship, that might be wrong. If I just walked around in tank tops all the time because I paid a lot of money for the tattoos on my body that I wanted so people could see. So I don't knock them for. I mean, I hate the ones that just stand there and do silly. I don't want you to look stupid. You listen. That's art. The body is beautiful, man. Women
I'm
body.
not saying it isn't. I'm not
So
saying it isn't.
I just
I
think
just
men
feel. I
got. You
just
can't judge
feel
them by that.
that. I
That's
just
you
feel
can't
that
judge them by that.
they just.
Men shouldn't
You know
judge them
what
by
it
that. I'll
is?
say that.
I
Men
said that they
shouldn't.
just want the fame.
Yeah, but men shouldn't judge them by that. Like that's what I'm saying. You still got to talk to a person, man. Nobody wants to talk, man. Man, I done been with a stripper. I've been, man, listen, what? I don't care. Go to work. You got to trust a person. You got to talk to a person. You got to know a person. You got to know how far, how many, like how Dave Chappelle said, how many more fucks they got in it before they got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to know these things, son. And it's if you can't be mad because you didn't know,
Mm.
you just wasn't really hip to game. A lot of dudes ain't really players. A lot of dudes can't woo a woman if they ain't had no bread. I believe that.
Mm.
So then, I mean, It is what it is, man. I don't think there's a lot of competition with me. Like I just, Confessions of a Man, you can find it. It's on Amazon. The Evolution of a Player.
Yo,
Check it out.
plug your book later, man.
Like I'm
Yo,
just
all
saying,
right,
man.
man.
I
We're
don't
gonna
think
take
a lot of listen. I don't think I walk around and I don't care how if I'm down on my knuckles, dude. When
all
I'm
right, man.
amongst
We're gonna
other
take a
men,
we're
when
gonna
I'm
take a
amongst
quick
other
break,
men, son, I
man.
stand up tall, son.
All right,
Period. I don't think nobody can mess with me. I keep my mouth shut.
all right, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna take a quick break. This is our newest sponsor at Real Watch Productions. So here we go. Attention, all business owners. Are you tired of managing your finances and taxes on your own? Let the experts at 1-800 Tax Masters help. Our team of experienced professionals offers a range of services to help you keep your finances in order, from personal and business tax returns to monthly accounting, quarterly, and annual tax planning, and virtual controller and CFO services. With our virtual services, you can get the support you need without ever having to leave your office. Don't let taxes and finances stress you out any longer. Visit www.1800taxmasters.com today and let us handle the numbers so you can focus on growing your business.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations.
All right, and we're back.
Yo, don't clip that.
Don't clip what?
That last part.
Clip what part?
I only said it because I was on BS3 Network. I don't need YouTubers upset at me.
What are you talking about?
What I really think of myself.
Oh, okay. I wasn't clipping anything, but all right. So, all right. So, oh man, it's been a interesting week. The Kansas City Chiefs have won the Super Bowl. A lot of people are talking about it was rigged. The referees rigged it. Listen, it was just a good game. That's it. End of the day, that's what it was. It was a good game.
It was definitely a good game. It sucked. The end is the end. That's how it ends every Super Bowl for the last couple of Super Bowls. So I ain't shocked at the stupid calls or the late stupid moves or anything. Always at the end of the quarter, in the fourth, somebody does something. But it was a great game. I didn't care who won, but I was happy either way.
Yeah, I didn't have a horse in the race, so it didn't matter to me. I was talking about, I wanted my NFC East brethren to win, but then I thought about it, and I'm like, I don't need Eagles. Since I do live in Pennsylvania, I don't need Eagle fans celebrating all year round.
It looked like they was ready. I mean,
yeah, it looked like they was ready. They was trying to take it all, and
I kind of was rooting for them.
They kind of choked.
But I like Pat.
Listen, Jalen Hurts had a great game. He showed people that he can perform on a big stage. It just came up short. Defense came up short. He came up short with the fumble. It happens.
I don't know what my team is going to do because one person is on a 5-day blackout. So
Well, Derek Carr is a free agent. They might go after Derek Carr.
my team always looking for something to make the newspaper.
Derek Carr would be worth it.
Not the newspaper, but he won't make the newspaper.
Yeah, he will.
Not the way they want it. They want some attention.
Well, because that's because they want A-Rod. Everybody wants Aaron Rodgers.
I don't want Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, but you don't own the Jets, so
I hope they're waiting to see what Lamar do.
Lamar is gonna get franchised. So don't worry about Lamar.
Play.
Don't worry about Lamar.
Yeah. I do want to worry about
He's getting franchised. He's getting franchised.
They ain't franchised yet. I've been watching.
Move on from that. Move on from
that. They ain't
franchised.
They ain't franchised him yet.
It's not happening.
All right.
It would be wishful thinking, but it's just not happening.
That's why all right. Wishful thinking until I hear Lamar got franchised. He's on the market.
Yeah. Okay, so this was a topic this was another clip I sent you, and it has to deal when you're in a relationship with someone and they have children, and the guy talked about, okay, you want me to be the provider, you want me to do all these things for you and your child, but does that include you allowing that person to discipline your child?
Nah, he didn't say allowing the person to discipline them the way I would discipline my child.
Yes.
Yeah. That is a question to be asked. That's a hard question. A lot of people, the pill is going to be like a real big pill to swallow that. And it's not, that's why I say you got to have these talks, man. People ain't talking. That's a lot of pressure on a man. I was saying that. That's a lot of pressure on a man to come into a relationship, love your kid as his own, and have you talk to, and can't, I got to watch how I would discipline him because that's not the way you see fit. Like, it's like there's no 50-50 in this relationship thing. And that's why they need contracts. Because that 50-50 shit is a smoke.
You're gonna get me in trouble with these damn contracts, man.
Listen, I ain't listen. I'm just something to just, these are just discussions, man. You got 50-50. And I know a lot of, I've dated a lot of females that had kids before I even had kids and while having kids. And how I discipline minds, or how if I was allowed to discipline minds, nobody likes it. It's being mean these days or some shit. I don't know what it is. I thought it was you're supposed to push your kids harder to be better. Not be flyer, not be cuter, not be sassier, not be a killer, but to succeed in the world, right? And they don't allow that. You ain't allowed that kind of freedom. That's a lot of freedom. One, because you don't know if the father's still alive. So that also.
Okay, so say in the situation he's not in the picture.
Or
he doesn't
involved.
have no father's in the picture. It's a boy, and he needs that male role model.
Then he gonna get it, punches in the chest and everything. Whenever I think he's that age where the punches in the chest, a little light tap, nothing hard, just to let him know that at any time.
We're not condoning child abuse here. No,
that's not child abuse, man. Listen, man, how you think boxers became boxers? They had they wasn't just there's not gyms.
Oh, no, listen, bro. We listen. We come from an era where we were disciplined.
Yeah, and I'm still raising that era. Mine, that's it. I know what I'm doing. I'm not trying to hurt my child. I love my kids. I'm just saying, tough love is tough love, and this world where everything is smoke and mirrors. I'm trying to make sure you understand. If I can help you understand, then that's what I'm trying to explain. It's not supposed to be fun. That's what I learned. I'm working super hard now because I didn't want to work when I was younger.
And maybe
You know what
had we worked when we was younger, we wouldn't be
what? And know what we know now? Shit, world be way different. So when you saying you're gonna you providing for your child so you can have a better, I'm providing that type of understanding early because it's needed. And that's not fun. It's not fun. But as we know, anytime that door is not locked or something, my boy is gonna be jumping around. Why? Because it's fun. It's nice. He likes the tough love. They took him to some children's museum today.
Yeah.
And
How was it?
he was very disappointed because it wasn't a museum. It was more like a fun. It was like a entertainment for kids type shit. And they called it children's museum. He's like, Bill, I want to go to the real one. I'm too old for that one.
Well, maybe take him to the museum in the city.
Nah, he's going to a museum, but they had him gassed. This was, you're going on a field trip, a museum, and they took him to like Chuck E. Cheese without the name Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of scamming going on. But listen, I think it's a lot of pressure. I think people really, but once again, you gotta know when to fold them. And the person, that's what I said, without having this violence or slander. Like you shouldn't be slandered because you might realize that y'all ain't compatible sooner than the other person realize. I can't fight for something that I realize is not gonna, there's no point. So now I'm getting accused of all types of, oh, he ain't nothing, or a female is getting called out her name because they decided that this wasn't it. I tried to tell you in so many different ways and you ain't catch on. So both ways is still, we gotta talk because discussions have to be like you have to have discussions these days, real ones, asking real questions, not beating around the bush, like real questions, like yo, what's your portfolio like? Like you just gotta ask questions. Like this is where, because if your mind is on portfolio,
so you should have your 401k numbers.
Son, we got phones now, dude. Let me see your apps. I can tell a lot by your apps, dude. Yo, I don't need to see nothing but your apps. Listen, right. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like this. You got I lost my train of thought, man. You got the portfolio. I'm not saying like you got to show me anything, but that's a question you should ask. If that's where you headed, if that's your goal, if this is what you are at, if I'm into sports and I find somebody and I meet a chick, a female, I'm gonna say, hey, do you like sports? Because I'm into sports. And she should know that I'm an athlete. So there's questions that need to be asked. And nobody's asking questions and they're acting like they the victim. So everybody's at fault. And these kids see that. They see that everybody don't know shit. So how you going to tell a young child anything if they see that, if that's what they're seeing as growing up, is that everybody's regretting your father, your mother. I regret that. I hate that. My shit. She was my friend. I hate her tomorrow. I'm going to kill her the next day. Like, this is what kids are seeing. That's madness. Let alone men trying to get into a relationship with a female with kids, or a female trying to get into a relationship with a man with 3, 4, 5 baby moms and 6 kids. Like, it's hard, son, to love somebody like that. That's you taking a lot of risk for somebody to treat you like you don't care. Like you gave up a lot to take on somebody else's energy, their children's energy and everything, and they don't want to put forth any energy towards what you want to do in life because there was no conversation to be had. So you can't. That's why I say you can't be mad at all. It's just growing up and realizing that you need to make sure you really talk to someone to find out, like, listen, I don't got time to waste. And the female don't have time to waste. So, and whoever don't have time to waste. So start being real. All this sneaky shit, yo. Is that your real hair? Are you gonna change this shit 3 times a month? Like, let me know how you gonna look. Like, I gotta know. Should I take pictures or you gonna look different every time I? Because I ain't saving pictures of 5 days. As I get old, I need to see the same person, not 5 different hair colors. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that? Like, nah. That's what I'm saying. It's questions that you gotta ask. People don't be asking questions and then, yo, and talk bad about them behind their back. I ain't got time for you talking bad about me or me wasting my time or your time. So I'm gonna ask questions and maybe the first and the beginning. And if it sounds a little off the wall, then more people should do it. More people should ask questions. But we gotta ask real questions, man. What you like? No, not what you like. What you doing in life? Like, see, way the same shit. What you doing in life? Oh, word. Pay for the coffee, cordial, then just part. I don't have to ask for a number. I don't have to give you my number. I don't have to do none of that. I got a coffee date is way cheaper than bad relationships. I'll buy everybody a coffee once a week. I'll take somebody out for a coffee just to talk.
Right.
That's it. Just to learn how to articulate, learn somebody. That's how you learn somebody. Coffee.
No doubt. No doubt. All right. We're going to take another quick break and we'll be right back.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez, and it's caught. Debo Samuel with the catch. Michael Jordan can sense. The throw just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes, the coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, Wize.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast.
All right, and we are back. All right, so far it's been a pretty good show. We touched on a couple of good topics, but now we're gonna discuss.
What we discuss?
Oh, what are we gonna discuss now? All right, so
let's discuss
I wanted to touch on cancel culture a little something.
They still around?
Yeah, man. They trying to cancel everybody. But
Damn, I ain't been paying attention.
But we come from a generation where we're a little bit more thick skinned, right? We don't get easily offended.
Yeah.
It seems like this new generation is you get offended.
Although
easily.
I must say, they've been acting like these new kids, so some of these old dudes get offended now. But I understand what you're saying. Continue.
Yes. So again, I was looking through my phone and a reel popped up, and this dude was talking about our generation and this new generation. One of the things he brought up was our generation had two sexes. He went on to say that this new generation has like 85 different sexes.
That's it's funny.
It is. It is funny. I
People
found it
saying
funny.
some outlandish shit.
I found it hilarious. I thought it was funny.
But but then again, he'd be remiss to forget that there's more than just men and women having sex back then.
No, that's not what he was saying. Because, yeah, we know back then there were people that were gay. Yes, we understand that. But now it's with all this new stuff.
That's why I said it was funny. People can't take that literally.
With all this new stuff where men are
There was all of
becoming
that
women
shit back then.
and women
Really,
are becoming
now that I
men.
think about it.
Huh?
It was all of that shit back then. They just was they was secreted. They was kept in closets. I sort of say. I ain't saying that. I'm saying they wasn't. There
was a couple of cross dressers here and there.
Everything in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't to the point where it is now, where you have men identifying as women. So now they consider themselves women.
I mean, they made it easy to do so. So some people are I mean, listen. To each his own, man. That's it. Thoughts and prayers. That's what I got, man.
I was gonna say thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, that's it. Cause to each his own. Like I really believe that to each his own. Like I said, if me myself, the way I am, look at the world as a book, it's like the many lies have been exposed. So now you could sift through the lies and pick the ones you think is truth and have truth to it. Or you could just say, you know what, I ain't got time to even do that. I got other things I'm trying to do. So everything is now is just this is new world. This is a new world to me. The order is up to them because I have no power to that. But this is a new world to me. So everybody how everybody may feel, this is a new world, and now you're allowed to do this, and this. To each his own, man. Figure it out. I've been told you all the movies that they tell us about. The alien's been here, yo. So I don't know who's an alien, who's human. I don't got time to figure it out. I'm just gonna ride with the people I ride with, connect with the people I connect with, and that's it. Everybody, that's what I'm saying, is a new world. We connecting with people that we would have never connected with without technology and everything. And with technology comes all this madness because nobody knows how to really control it. They know how to monetize it. They know how to make money off of it. And nobody really knows how to control it. That's why AI and AI at some point is going to do something wrong. It's just, they told us this in mad movies and people just thought it was very entertaining. But now when you look back at it, AI is AI.
Listen,
Terminator don't look so silly now.
Listen,
I gotta go watch Terminator. Yo, Terminator.
Listen, I am a fan of Chat GPT, which is AI, form of AI. So I can't really say.
I'm not saying it's wrong now.
Oh no, yeah.
But everything breaks at some point. Human, everybody break at some point.
Eventually, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Whoever control it could break, and that's where it starts. When people control shit like that, and nobody can, like, people should control shit like that. Have say so. We should be able to monetize shit like that, like monitor it, not monitor. Yeah, we should be able to, like, go on the website and just monitor, like, shit that's going on, man, with our world, but we don't. So you gotta stop. I ain't got time to play these games no more. So I just be like, all right, this is a new world. It's open for you to. There's opportunity now. People are looking at it the wrong way. I don't know what opportunity, like, people really want, but there's a lot of opportunity now. And if you don't get grasp it within by the next election, presidential election, it's going to get harder to obtain a lot of things. It's going to be very hard to obtain a lot of things. So people just, like, focus on that. That's what we got to focus on. Like, because you ain't going to be able to, this is not going to be, this window is getting shut. this window is getting shut. It's very close, man. You ain't got too many more Super Bowls left. I'm telling you, this window is going to close. So people got to figure it out.
Yeah. Like I said, I am a fan of ChatGPT.
It's going to stay in cancel culture. Like, that's what I'm saying. There's more haters. It's just mad haters, man. People just call it what it is. You're a hater. You can title your job however you want. You can call yourself whatever you want, man. The hater is seeping through that title. Like,
at the end of the day, that's what they are. Haters.
That's all it is haters. Hating on somebody for saying something that like, I mean, cool, yeah, things change. People know better. But a joke is still a joke. Period.
Yeah, that's why it's
people
crazy
talk the
that
way they choose to talk. That dude got fined, mad. I mean, that was the wildest, outlandish thing to say on TV. No homo, but
yo, wasn't like. Right, so I fucking died laughing when I heard that shit because I knew he was gonna get fined. But it was, you know why I didn't get offended by it, because that's how he probably talks when he with his boys.
And you say be yourself, and then you can't be yourself.
I wasn't offended that he said it. The NBA was offended.
I understood what he meant. Just like saying, like, pause and everything. Like,
he didn't mean it how they. Well, he didn't mean it how they said.
It's that they allowed to hate now, so they hating at an all-time high. And I mean,
he was just pointing out that he was not. The comment he had said was not gay.
I want to explain shit. That's the only thing I get mad with these dudes, man. I'm not coming back to read. No, this is how I talk. I'm sorry for the way y'all don't understand how I talk, but y'all want me to play. And I told you, stop putting these boys in front of mics. The NBA is wrong for this. Stop putting these young boys in front of mics, man. And you know they come from the streets and the slums. You just use that for a reason to fire them, take their money away, fine them. They do that on purpose, man. That shit is a trap, man. You do not throw everybody in front of a mic.
He kind of caught himself. he realized what the fuck he said, and was like, "Oh fuck, I know I'm gonna have to pay something for this one."
Listen, I don't understand that shit. I don't understand why people, like, they made it that way though. So I ain't even mad. This is a game. They can be sensitive all they want.
Yeah,
as soon as I even get to that territory where I get canceled, then I'll be super happy anyway. Like, oh shit, y'all recognize me.
They really like me. They really like me.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay a lot of attention to somebody to cancel them. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's a win-win. You retire early.
Talking about haters, you'd be amazed at. I'm just saying it in general, right? You'd be amazed at how your haters be just peeping what you're doing, just like looking at, just hawking what you're doing.
See, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody don't really have haters, because haters only hate. when they like what you're doing.
Yeah, because they're not doing it.
So, and I say you gotta like the haters. I relish the haters. I recognize the haters. I pay attention like to my shit. Only for those reasons, just to see who watches me for the day, who peeked in. And I mean, at the end of the day, it helps reinforce that it wasn't me in a lot of situations.
Okay.
Because your haters is only somebody that actually is in your realm, really. I don't pay attention to anything else. Long distance haters. I don't know what that is. Can't affect me, long distance haters. Yeah. But the haters in you be like, damn, it wasn't me. Because I ain't watching nobody. I don't even like scrolling through nobody's stuff. I hate when people tell me to get a picture off of some type of social media. I be like, all right, cool. I guess you don't want me to hang you on my wall. Because I'm not screenshotting that and printing none of that shit. That's a process I do not want.
All right. So what we're gonna do right now is we're about to close out the show, but we're gonna go into our final thoughts. So here you go.
Wow, my final thoughts for the day is I am tired, stressed, overworked, underpaid, but I love the grind. So I'm just hanging in there, staying positive, smoking my bud, keep me medicated, keep me focused, and just pushing. That's my thoughts for today. It's been
why are you shaking, man?
Huh?
Why are you shaking?
Because I'm thinking about it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you need to stop
I'm
shaking.
really thinking about it. Like
the
my
camera was shaking.
Yeah, my week is like really like it take a lot of woosahs lately. It's been a lot of woosahs lately, like really a lot, overwhelmingly a lot of woosahs. So that's it. I'm just
so that's
staying
your
positive, dude.
All right, so let me give mine. All right, so my final thought is I really do want to touch on that, finish that subject of why men are marrying why men from the West are not marrying women from the West. And again, it boils down to tradition, because you want a man to be traditional, you want him to be provider, protector, earner, everything. But yet you don't want. I understand you want to be modern. I understand women, you want to be boss chicks. But at the end of the day, your man wants a traditional woman. He wants a woman that will cook for him, do his laundry, not always battle him. And that's what I think a lot of men from the West feel about women out here, is that they're all they want to do is battle us, and they don't have no respect for what we are as men. And that's just my final thought of the day.
That was a good final thought, dude. That made me think. It calmed me down too. That calmed me down. That was a good final thought, y'all. Made me think about some stuff.
All right, but that's the end of the show. Got anything you want to say before you leave?
No.
All right, well, catch us every Friday night on the BS3 networks, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big shout out to my man Brian Snow. He's actually in remission of cancer, so congratulations to you on that, B.
Let's go.
Yeah, man, he's kicked cancer in the butt, and he's just grinding he's just grinding and grinding now. So congratulations on that can't even say it right now, diagnosis. So congratulations, brother. Keep battling. Yeah, keep battling. And big shout out to my man Cole Johnson, man. Mentality is a great show, so check that out. It's on Real Wize TV right now. The latest episode came out yesterday, so go to Real Wize TV on YouTube. Check out Mentality. Any news on when Plush is coming?
Next month
for sure.
For sure.
For sure. All right.
I need it.
So
I need
next,
the therapy. I need the
so
therapeutic. I haven't had it in a while. I need it.
so next month, Steps Towards Plush will be coming out. That's about it. Or I'm working on getting you on a couple of shows. So yeah. So look for Papi on some other shows. Once we find out when he'll be appearing on it, we'll share it on here, and you can check him out on those shows as well. Actually, I'll be on a show. I'm being a guest on a podcast on Friday. Actually, the Adventurous Podcaster. He was actually just on my show last week. TJ Murphy. Shout out to my man TJ Murphy. Yeah, that's it. I'm good. So it's your boy Wize, and
this is
peace out.
Papi J saying peace.
Peace.